We begin this morning with a Local 10 News exclusive. A flight that left from Miami International Airport forced to make a U-turn over the Bahamas after a real scare in the air.
Yeah, passengers on that flight speaking only with Local 10 this morning, sharing their exclusive images from the cockpit. The windshield shattered.
They are describing what it was like inside of that aircraft, a terrifying scene. And Local 10 News reporter Larry Livingston live at Miami International this morning with this one and only exclusive. He's been working it all morning long. Larry, what happened?
Talking to these passengers, they tell us this was a plane full of people and not a small plane either. One lady was sitting way back in row 51, and we're told that there were at least 6 or 7 people who could fit across this wide-body jet. They were supposed to be in Madrid around 6 o'clock our time this morning. Instead, now they're waking up in hotel rooms.
Splintered and cracked. That's a photo of the windshield of a Boeing 787 Dreamliner after it took off from and landed back in Miami last night. Tony Wood was on Air Europa Flight 98. He says it left MIA bound for Madrid just before 9:30, and it was storming.
But it was bumpy and it was concerning.
It was like grasping kind of turbulence.
I've never been in that much turbulence in my life.
We spoke to these passengers this morning.
There was an announcement just after an hour.
Then we started kind of circling a couple of times.
The announcement came on.
And we've been struck by lightning.
Tony snapped that photo of the broken windshield as he passed by the cockpit to leave the plane. He was one of the dozens of passengers later forced to wait in this long line to check in at this Westin hotel. We later spotted an Air Europa plane on the tarmac at MIA, just sitting, not moving. All we got from the airline this morning was there was an issue during the flight, and out of safety, the plane returned to Miami. More cell phone video shows the plane landing around 11:30, about 2 hours after takeoff, passengers clapping in the background. And this picture was taken on the ground inside the terminal, showing the front of that plane.
My heart kind of went out to the pilots at that point because it must have been a lot more drastic for them than it was for us at the back.
Now these passengers are waiting to see when they'll be back in the air.
And we're hearing from those passengers that no one, thankfully, was seriously hurt during all of that turbulence. In fact, another group of passengers we learned this morning, about 50 or so of them, were taken to a hotel closer to the airport. And we went inside, checked the boards. That 9:30 flight has now been rescheduled to later on this afternoon around 1 o'clock. So hopefully those folks will be back in the air this afternoon on their way to Madrid. And if we learn anything else and hear back from the airline further, we'll pass that information along to you right here on Local 10 and at local10.com. For now, we're live here at MIA. Larry Livingston, Local 10 News.